Hello, everyone. My name is Suzette Rivera, and I am presenting the Equity Audit from Kimmie Brown Elementary as a part of my educational administrative practicum. According to Topper 2019, Kimmie Brown Elementary is a Title I school in Dayton ISD. It has a count of 783 students in kindergarten through 5th grade. 22.3% of the students are enrolled in bilingual and English language learning programs. 9.8% of the students are enrolled in special education, and 3.2% of the students are gifted and talented. According to Topper 2019, the Kimmie Brown student ethnic distribution consists of 5% African American, 40.5% Hispanic, 50.1% white, 0.9% American Indian, 0.5% Asian, and 3% two or more races. As we can see in the graph, almost half of our student population are Hispanic and the other half white. The first component of this study is teacher quality equity. So we're going to analyze teacher education, teacher experience, and teacher ethnicity. According to Topper 2019 and a teacher survey, Kimmie Brown Elementary employs 49 teachers who have an average of 4 years working in the school. Most of the teachers have less than 5 years of experience in teaching. And 11 teachers hold advanced degrees, and 2 teachers are pursuing a master's degree. Teachers with master's degree currently have leadership positions. Our ELAR instructional coach, the math and science instructional coach, and our reading interventionist. And also one of the teachers that is currently pursuing a master's degree is the dyslexia interventionist. As we can see in the graph and compare this teacher ethnicity with the student ethnicity population, does not match the student ethnicity population at Kimmie Brown, which impacts student achievement in diverse population. Because we saw that 50.1% of the students are white and 40.5% are Hispanic. So the student population between Hispanic and white is remarkably similar. And this is also proof that the projections of Hispanics and 2 or more races increase is real and it's happening. However, this projection is not reflected in teachers' ethnicity. We have 75.6% white and only 22.5% Hispanic, and 1.9% African American. This is based on Topper 2019. This school year, we do not have representation of African American teachers. So based on current changes in demographic, it is crucial to equalize the recruitment of Hispanic, African American, and 2 or more races teachers to provide cultural enrichment and ensure that we're addressing students' population needs and promoting diversity in our school. The second component of this study includes programmatic equity of the school's instructional setting in which students are placed to identify any systematic difference in access to programs. The data collected in the 3 essential programs that are special education, gifted and talent education, and bilingual and ESL education show that African Americans and Hispanics are overrepresented in the SPED program compared to the white. population compared to the white population. On the other hand, both ethnicities are underrepresented in the gifted and talented program or GT program compared to the white. For our bilingual and ESL program, Kimmie Brown has 175 English learners, which represents 22.3% of the student population. This is 2.8% more than the district and the state average. So, yes, we have a lot of English learners, and we have also a great bilingual program at Kimmie Brown. So the third component of this study is achievement equity. According to Kimmie Brown's Tupper 2019, mathematics and writing are the star subjects with the largest gap in performance among different ethnic groups. So the difference among the African American, Hispanic, and white are more evident in the African American, scoring below almost for more than 20 points. And with this graph is very visual, very evident. As well as in mathematics, in writing, African Americans are far below Hispanics and white, and do not have any representation for mid grade level or above or master's grade level. We just have approaches grade level or above. Well, obviously this is a red light and we need to address these needs. And something that surprises me in this data is that Hispanic surpass white in their academic achievement in writing when they are mostly English language learners. Not all the Hispanics are in bilingual programs or are English learners, but mostly they are English learners. And they are learning the English language. So this is something that surprises me. And I believe this says something good about the bilingual teachers at Kimmie Brown. This is a quote from the National Equity Project. Educational equity means that each child receives what he or she needs to develop to his or her full academic and social potential. So my first priority is to reduce the academic achievement gap in African American students at Kimmie Brown. One of the reasons that I chose this as a priority is the alarming gap that we just saw in the graphs. And also I believe that as a minorities in my district, African Americans do not receive the required attention to address their specific needs. Moreover, with only 39 African American students in the school, I think it will be easier to implement and track progress. This year's current racial injustice issues with the Black Lives Matter movement made me think that we would teach a culturally inclusive curriculum or target specific lessons to address inclusion this school year. But unfortunately, I have yet to see anything related to this matter at Kimmie Brown. So that's why I chose this as my first priority. So here are some of the strengths that we have at Kimmie Brown. Leadership, Kimmie Brown leadership provides effective time to analyze data, create action plans, guidance, and monitor its implementation. High expectations are set for all students Kimmie Brown has a learner spirit that is inclusive and with the end goal to prepare for college. Kimmie Brown leadership provides opportunities to attend effective research-based professional development for their different programs. Instructional leadership team members provide frequent observations and feedback to staff on instructional practices and handling of students' conduct concerns with follow-up to ensure improvement. Administrators, instructional coaches, and teachers analyze data after testing students. The different programs in Dayton ISD are working towards an authentic and equitable instruction and curriculum to address the needs of diverse populations. These strengths are for my 2 priorities. The needs of my first priority: lack of cultural awareness. Data analysis and action plans are based on TICs and focus on STAR scores and general progress. Multicultural awareness: when we set the same expectations, it should consider the cultural differences. Lack of research-based training on African American achievement gap, socio-emotional skills, and restorative justice. Lack of multicultural awareness in mainstream classroom, especially on African American students and how to address their achievement gap. Data is not collected by ethnic groups. Or, well, maybe it's collected because the system gives you the information, but we do not analyze this information by ethnic groups. Change the mindset of start-centered instruction. So some of the strategies that I suggest is analyze data by ethnicities, subjects, grade level, and subgroups. Research-based information on reducing the achievement gap on African American students. Demonstrate commitment to reflect on how your personal biases and privileges affect your actions and create learning opportunities and a supportive culture for others to do the same. Parent and community events to promote engagement and diversity in our school. Review the vision and mission of the school to ensure that appreciates and values diversity. Establish age and developmentally appropriate behavioral expectations. Develop the school capacity to respond to students' behavioral and social emotional needs in developmentally appropriate ways. Support teachers with African American students with improvement plans that focus on what steps they would take to improve their performance. We need to support them. We need to guide them. We need to make sure that we are addressing these needs together. And of course, professional development, effective and research-based professional development on African American achievement gap, racism, poverty, teaching tolerance. This is something that I learned in the past semester, with Dr. LeBouffet. He shared this teaching tolerance website, and now I am a member of their organization. Inclusive classrooms, socio-emotional skills, power dynamics, language, the difference between English in the African American community and standard English, diverse populations. So this is my plan for my first priority. And for my second priority is more representation of certified bilingual teachers in the SPED and RTI programs. Our Hispanic population is around 40%, and our ELs population is in the 20%. So the projection is that the Hispanic population will likely surpass the Anglo population by 2020, which is this year. and make up most of the state by 2042. So I believe it is already a need, and we will also be prepared for the demographic changes. The strengths were the same for my two priorities, but the needs that I'm going to present for this second priority is our teachers and staff do not have an equitable representation that matches the accelerated increment in the Hispanic population and the needs of the number of English learners in different programs. We need professional development, and these are some of our needs. The professional development is provided separately by program, but we do not have professional development that integrate the needs of our ELs who receive SPED services or other programs combined. So we need to work together and learn how can we address the needs of our ELs that are also SPED or that receive RTI interventions. SPED recommendations usually do not fit the needs of English learners, and we do not have a certified bilingual teacher who provide these services in the school. The certified teachers who provide RTI and SPED services are not Spanish speakers, and most of the time do not fully understand the process of second language acquisition and the benefits of bilingualism and biliteracy, which could impact students' emotional, social, and academic performance. The people who provide RTI and SPED services who are Spanish speakers are paraprofessionals who are not trained in the process of second language acquisition and the benefits of bilingualism and biliteracy, which could impact students' emotional, social, and academic performance. We also need an authentic observation protocol for linguistically diverse classroom, and also provide authentic feedback that will be useful to address the students' needs. Some of the strategies are analyze the data by teacher ethnicities and the impact in their diverse population achievement gap. According to the data, hire certified bilingual teachers in each department to address the academic and specific needs of English learners. Generate reports of English learners in the different programs to track their needs and programs in combine. Provide authentic lessons and instruction that address the specific needs of linguistically diverse learners. Facilitators should not only discuss culturally responsive practices, they should actually use them. Parent and community events to promote diversity in our school. Provide parent training with effective strategies to work at home with linguistically diverse learners in SPED and RTI programs. We have a lot of parents asking for help, asking for resources to work at home and support their students. So I believe we need to provide that resources and effective strategies to our students' parents. Post content words or phrases in students' heritage language. Use words or phrases from students' heritage language in the classroom. So this is especially for our English learners to make that connection. And as well, professional development, effective and research-based professional development on SPED for linguistically diverse learners, effective interventions for linguistically diverse learners, power dynamics, diverse populations, and how to analyze data by ethnicities. Well, our biggest challenge, I think that our biggest challenge will be cultural bias. But we need to start working toward equity in our school. Reflection. Well, as an educational leader, it is incredibly essential to promote multicultural awareness and deconstruct the implicit biases or prejudices in students' or teachers' behavior. It is crucial to help them recognize these multicultural impacts to be more inclusive and understand other cultures. Professional development at Kimmie should provide staff with opportunities to plan together with teachers from different programs and different cultures. And as a result, all teachers will be able to exchange feedback on how their backgrounds and beliefs impact their work. They will be able to support one another in adapting instruction for diverse population. If we want to improve outcomes among diverse learners, it is crucial to ensure appropriate multicultural policies and values across the district and school administration. Teachers must critically reflect on one's attitudes and beliefs about oneself and others to uncover biases. And as educators, we must provide materials, activities, and others to uncover those biases and represent various backgrounds and multicultural experiences. This is something that we should not just discuss culturally responsive practices, but we should also practice them and be the role model of our students in our school. This is a quote from Caroline Bowdren. Equality is leaving the door open for anyone who has the means to approach it. Equity is ensuring there is a pathway to that door for those who need it. Thanks. And thank you so much for your time.